There are really good balls. Like Franklin makes a great ball. It's consistent. It's just a little slower. So the higher end player wants a faster ball, and the faster balls have flaws with their consistency. So the holes are inconsistent, the pattern is inconsistent, the size is not right. So they play very inconsistent. It frustrates you when you expect the ball to bounce a certain way and bounces different. They also lack durability. So what we did is we tried to create a ball that gives you the speed that everybody wants, but also has the consistency that the players would seek.
All right, we have a couple of the balls here, right?
I was going to say, hold
You
them
brought
up.
some. So this is the actual ball, Eric, if you want to get the close-up shot on this. How important is pickleball to the growth of Lifetime? We have a club by me in Westchester, and everybody I know who's joined goes there because of the pickleball courts and the round robins that you organize.
Yeah. You know, when I used to play tennis, and once I got roped into playing pickleball about 3 years ago, it was immediately obvious that this is the sport that is going to be played by all people. And we see it today. We have young kids are playing, very old people are playing, and everybody in between. I believe it will become an Olympic sport. I believe it become a high school, college sport. It should. It's the fastest growing, so it's very accessible by all kinds of people.
But can you quantify how important it is to your growth?
Yeah, we've had about 5 or 6% of our total traffic. We have about 112 and growing million visits a year. About 5 or 6% of those visits right now are purely just because of pickleball. So it's been significant as part of our comeback and rewiring the business. It's been amazing.
That's pretty wild. And I mean, it is a much more accessible sport, to your point. I mean, the only time I've played pickleball, it's been with my parents. I don't think I would play tennis with them necessarily. But I do want to talk about the monthly dues of your clubs, because like you mentioned, of course, you have a growing audience of membership. I was looking through your earnings call. So your average monthly dues, $198. That's up approximately 13% from the second quarter of last year. Where are you on pricing right now? Do you think that you're going to break 200, or what's the plan there?
Actually, the people who are signing up, about 20 to 30,000 people a month that sign up every month, they're signing up about $230 to $240 a month. And we have no salespeople, no promotions, because this is just purely desirability of product and the customers coming in. We price the clubs to manage the experience of the customer. So when the clubs start getting a little bit pinched, like if you go, right now we don't have room to get more people in Westchester. So Westchester, as many as about 50 other clubs are on a wait list right now. And so it's really a function of adjusting the price to maximize the experience for a customer.
You know, it's interesting when you think about racket sports. You have Andre Agassi today. I am one of those people that plays tennis and not paddle. I'm a snob, or not tennis and not pickleball. I'm a snob. There are a lot of racket sports out there. So what demographic are you really going for out here? Are there people who are converting from tennis? Paddle is also getting a lot of steam in New York.
It's really interesting. Lifetime has been the largest provider of tennis by a magnitude of 2 or 3 times. And we're still building more tennis facilities, and nobody else really is. Now, it's not just tennis. It's also the largest provider of squash and the largest provider of pickleball, by magnitudes of probably about 10. So the company is growing at about 1 million square feet a year, and that's just indoor, and there's outdoor square footage on top of that. Therefore, we're addressing all those sports. But yesterday, I was in the club playing pickleball, and this gentleman who's been a member with me for more than 30 years, with his family. His kids were there with their little bambinos, but the whole family was playing pickleball. And all of these people used to be tennis players.
That's the draw. That's the draw. My parents played tennis, but they're getting a little old now. And when we go to the club, we'll play pickleball instead, because we can all play it together. I also like to play competitively, though, with people more my age. You have not just Agassi, but Ben Johns. I own his racket, right? There are celebrity pickleball players now, and obviously leagues that are growing. You say you think this could become an Olympic sport. Are you surprised by the growth?
Absolutely not. Like I said, as soon as I played, it was obvious. Because the range of the sport, now I personally love to play the singles game. It's literally as exciting as a
Singles pickleball?
Singles. It's as exciting as playing a singles tennis match. And you will see in the next 5-10 years, the singles pickleball matches will be as exciting as the single tennis matches in the world.
All right, there you go. Something to look forward to there. And it'll be interesting to see if it is added to the Olympics, if breakdancing made
flag football.
Flag football. Yeah. So there you have it. I do want to talk about what this means for expansion plans for Lifetime. Of course, you achieved being cash flow positive. Part of the reason why you're there is because you decelerated the pace of club expansions. When you think about, though, this quickly growing segment, do you plan to re-accelerate opening new club locations?
We are right now. The company is now generating substantial free cash flow after our maintenance capex and interest payments. We are very, very close to attaining a BB credit, and that will also lower our interest. Increased cash flow for the company from here going forward on an ongoing basis is more than sufficient to pay for all the additional growth that we have. And we will continue to grow the company in a double-digit top line, bottom line. I don't see any reason why we can't do that.
What's the cost of acquisition here? When you were talking about your expansion plans, all I was thinking was, my God, that's a lot of real estate. And are you finding discounts now that you're seeing some competitors even file for bankruptcy? You're seeing Right, exactly. Yeah. You're seeing competitors file for bankruptcy, and you're also seeing commercial real estate prices really starting to plunge. Do you see an opportunity?
Yeah, there's absolute opportunity in real estate at all times. Real estate sort of moves in different buckets. You know, some part of the real estate is hot, just like a stock market, and some part are cold. Lifetime, with the Lifetime Living business model, and then our transformation of the malls, we bring in more traffic and high-quality people than almost any anchor, and we can transform the fundamental results of a residential building. So all of those things are providing additional opportunities for growth. We have multiple growth opportunities. So it's really, we have the pipeline for the next 5-6 years. It's at least 100 deals in the pipeline right now. So we really aren't seeing any, and construction costs are starting to taming down. I think next year will be better than this year. So yes, all things are working in the right direction.
You talk to us just quickly, we have 30 seconds, about why this is a better pickleball. You are an engineer. You studied engineering at University of Colorado, right?
Yeah.
Why is this better than, you know, a Franklin or whatever other ball that we play with today?
So the pickleballs generally have few, you know, all the rest of them have fewer number of holes, and then the holes are much bigger. And those bigger holes will create insufficient accuracy for the ball to bounce off the ground. I don't want to get to you said you have 30 seconds, so that's about it. And then they have sharp edges. There's basically some obvious flaws in the design of those clubs. We just eliminate all the flaws.